Hey everybody, I'm Mike and thanks for checking out the channel. Today we're going to do a quick playthrough, not really quick, but a review of this FESLEY FDK, I believe it's called 800. They're uh, they're a great company. I've done two other of their production line guitars, which was the FST 100 and the FLP 400, the camo version guitar, which are great guitars. Both are incredible, and really the FLP 400 is like my standard for how amazing that guitar is. And I thought I'd try out this one's considered on their higher end, from Amazon. I think they sell for about 230 bucks. And we're going to do a quick playthrough on this one, and then we are going to come back and we're going to talk about this guitar. So let's check out the intro and the playthrough. All right, I'll see you right after.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
Jesus Christ.
That's Mike's Musical Rehab.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that playthrough, and this is really a great guitar. This FDK 800 is on the higher end of their guitars. This one runs about 230 on Amazon. I know they have a 1000 that sells for a little bit more, but this one is 24 frets. It's one of these like composite necks. I think it's made up of multiple materials, or tech wood, but it looks really dark, kind of looks very much like ebony. Has a binding on the body, transparent black, which is beautiful. 5-way selector switch, volume, tone, tone. The humbucker sounds great. Both single coils sound great. And it's not ball end frets, but they are like very well done. And as I was saying on this guitar, you'll see that I have locking tuners on this up here. And I put my strings. And the reason I do that is just because I want to play the guitar as I would normally play my guitar. Before I do a review, I play the guitar for about a week just to kind of get a feel of what I think of it. I don't want to give a quick judgment on the guitar. I will say everything was fine. The tuners were fine. Strings on cheaper guitars, or budget guitars, because I don't consider it a cheap guitar. It's a budget guitar. Usually aren't very good, so I change them out to what I feel comfortable with. And yeah, it plays great. Listen to this thing when you get into full like tone. yeah, I really love the playability of this guitar. So let's go over a little bit of what I seen when I first opened the box and took it out. When I took it out of the box, I will say that the string action was slightly high for me, and I had to take this down just a little bit. So I took the bridge down. The problem is by taking it down, the screws that are on here, as you'll see in the video, the screws that are on here are just like kind of sticking up and they kind of go into your hand a little bit. Now there's two ways to fix that, and they're both pretty simple. One way is I could take off this neck, put a shim in there, which will raise this up, allowing me to raise these up higher, and then that's just fine. The screws won't be out. But this bridge isn't bottomed out. It's actually pretty nice. It's just I think the screws are a little bit longer. So the second simple way is I'm just going to get shorter screws and put those in and keep the bridge as it is. Now, I heard some people pick on that. The fact is that this came with a strap, a guitar cable, tuner, and it came with like a little sandpaper sponge. And people were like, oh, that's not a good sign if you're giving people a sandpaper sponge to do your fret ends. Now, this one, the fret ends were fine, but I'm going to defend them in that one. And the reason I am going to defend them is, they're shipping these guitars all over the world. And different climates, different weather can change how the guitar, like, kind of breaks down and does things. You can see a little bit of shrinking in the board, which causes the fret ends to be sharp. And they're just giving you the sponge that you can just run over it, and then the fret ends are fine. So I think people who have nitpicked that, saying, oh, that's not a good sign, they're being overly dramatic with that. I think it's just a nice thing to have in there. I didn't need it, but yeah, this guitar, just really out of the box, is a great little guitar. I love it. I mean, for what they're doing, the price on these are pretty incredible. And as I said earlier, I think I mentioned it, I might not have. I've done the FST 100, the FLP 400, and now this FDK 800. This will be like the last one I'm probably going to do of this for a little while, just because I've done two Leo James, three of these, three of the West Creeks, one of the Donners, and I did a Chipson guitar that I had bought. But it gets kind of pricey to keep investing in one guitar. I did reach out to them to see if they wanted to work on something where maybe I could get a discount or they could loan me the guitar, but channel's not big enough. We're just barely like just about to hit 5,000 subs, which is great for me. I love it. But I get that, not wanting to like kind of, they can't just give guitars or loan them out to people at will. So yeah, but that being said, I still went out and bought this guitar because of how great I think this company is. I think right now they're really, really crushing it on what they're doing, and it leads me to the next two that I really need to try out, and that's Harley Benton and Firefly. Those two brands are the two that I really want to get into next, just to see, because right now the Fesley, West Creek, Leo James, all of them, Donner, are crushing it. I want to try a Donner. I tried the DST 200, which is the one I have, which is kind of in their budget range, about $160. But they have one for like $260 that's got a roasted maple neck and stuff. So I want to try that out. This guitar, though, like I said, it is super comfortable to play. Neck is really fast. Like you get that. You can hit the harmonics with it. Well, some people can. I missed it there on the one. But I will say, one of the things I always do with these guitars is sometimes people complain that like the neck will be maybe just a hair too rough for them because it's not really fully a finished neck. It's got a little bit of gloss, but that is such an easy fix. Get yourself some steel wool, just rub the back of the guitar neck, and within minutes, it's just silky smooth. This one is super smooth, and yeah, they're doing a great job at Fesley. I would say if you're a beginner, you know what? You don't even have to be a beginner. If you're a seasoned player, this is a fun guitar to play. That FLP 400 that I got, I take that out and play that anywhere. That guitar is great. I really want to get the American flag one, but I just can't do it right now. I'll have to wait. Maybe down the road I'll do that one. But yeah, FESLEY is a great option for anybody that's looking for a great guitar for the money. They're really just like stepping it up. West Creek, I will say, like, here's the difference I could say. This one, the FST 100, which is their cheapest, you can find it for about 109 to 119 on Amazon. I got it for like $80 from Temu. You could get it from either one. It both shipped from FESLEY from Amazon. They both came on an Amazon truck. But that was a really super great guitar. And it didn't need much setup. It wasn't as nice as this one. But when it comes to like West Creek, I bought the JX20, which is their cheapest one. And I had to do a lot of work on shimming the neck. It had great bones. It had a roasted maple neck, which is fantastic. But I had to shim the neck. I had to adjust the bridge. There was just things I had to do to that guitar to make it play great. So if you went from the West Creek JX20 to the West Creek TT50, which is their Tele one, that was just night and day. The TT50 is absolutely beautiful, just insanely good. It's got a 16K output humbucker, and the high voltage was insanely good too. So they're really a step up from their bottom to their like next range, of which would be their higher end is just like $240, $250, or if you get the one with the Floyd, $299. So you're not paying a lot. So yeah, this guitar, I know I'm rambling a little bit, is well worth it. If you're looking for something to just jam on and inspire you, I have no qualms about recording with this guitar. I don't think you need to change anything out. I know some people change out the pickups, but I think these things sound great, man. So, a little side note onto that. This pickup I measured on. I wanted to check out what it was because on my FLP 400, it was running about 12 or 13 on the bridge pickup. I think it was closer to 13 on there. This one I thought was a super hot pickup, but when I measured it, it was running about 8.9. And then this one was running like 4.5, and this one was running like 4.5. They were in the middle, so it's not super high output pickups, but they're super clear. And to be honest, when people say that on there, most Les Paul kind of pickups are running about 9 anyway. So you can adjust that with your amp and like just a little more gain in settings if you want. But the clarity out of these is really, really good. I don't have too much of clean tones on here. I could have. Nut slot is cut perfect, so you get that no like intonation on this also was perfect. I didn't have to adjust it at all, which is surprising. Most guitars I do have to do a little bit of touch up on that, but either they got really no, someone set this up because you can see the different levels on the bridges. So excellent quality control there. I think this is a beautiful guitar. I took this picture of it that I will show, and everyone on my Facebook was like, oh my God, that's a beautiful guitar. And another note, just to add to it, this guitar came in weighing 7.6 pounds, I believe it was. Yeah, somewhere around 7.6. So not too heavy, not too bad, right there in that range. Did my test, and I would say to anybody looking for this kind of guitar, something that's gonna be reliable and play for them great, FESLEY is an awesome option. They've done nothing but make quality guitars, and I can't say anything bad. Someone will say, well, I hear they're made in the Fender factory in China. How does it compare to a Fender? It's like, well, it's not meant to compare to a Fender. Like Player Series now, you can pay up to like $1,100 for some of those. And I know they got the new series that's like $499. But would I put this in the category with the Squire, like classic vibe? I'm definitely, yeah, in that range. I think a little more, if you're going a little more metal and stuff like that, definitely would be in there. Definitely, I would say I played a debut better than the debut and better than Affinity. So yeah, I think they are doing a great job on these guitars. Well worth it. And just wanted to make this video and show you this guitar that I got. I really like it. It's one that I'll be keeping. And as always, music makes life better. Thanks for checking out the video, and I will see you in the next one. All right. Bye.